Today we're reviewing the 70mm 4K DashCam. This is a new camera from 70mm. In the box you'll find all the specific things like the cables and the cameras themselves. I'm truly impressed by the rear camera as it moves, and it's got this very satisfying noise. And the front camera that looks absolutely stunning. I definitely love this black and gold tone. It looks very robust, it feels sturdy, it feels great, and it has a small screen where you're able to see your recordings and live fed for the camera. I think this is a beautiful camera and I cannot wait to install it. 70 has also sent me this little lens glare reduction. It presents natural color, polarization coefficients, as well as significant improvement in the quality of recording. So I will be testing this out as well. I will note that this is an absolute monster of a camera. The DashCam records in 4K front. It's a 3-inch display, 3840 by 2160. It's got HDR. It records in 30 frames per second. It's got a 140 degrees field of view. On the screen, you also get app control, built-in GPS, voice control, micro SD slot, and the power port is a Type-C. Most importantly, the front and the rear camera both have 24-hour smart parking surveillance, as well as a smart emergency recording, and this is the upgraded version, so I'm stoked to try it out on my 79 Corvette. Now, with all those stats out the way, I just simply want to point out how beautiful these cameras are and how well made they are. You can tell there was actually some serious designing behind this, and I just want to give props to the designing team for giving us such an amazing product. Now, before a complete installation, I wanted to test out the camera, and I wanted to see the screen to see how bright and crispy it was, and I gotta say, I am not disappointed. The installation for these cameras should be fairly easy. They are both double-sided tape, which means you can stuck them into pretty much any surface and they'll stay, and you can remove them whenever you please without damaging whether that's the paint or the glass or leaving any marks. I went ahead and installed the front one next to my rear view mirror, just kind of on a hidden area because I don't want the camera to just be out there showing pretty much everywhere. As I mentioned prior, the installation should take no more than 20 minutes if you are actually hiding the cables in between your car. Luckily for us, 70 has brought us some extensive cables. These are long cables, so I'm sure you won't have any issues trying to hide them anywhere in your car. Another thing to point out is these are both USB Type-C, but the rear camera has a dedicated connection, so you won't confuse the cables in each camera. As for the installation goes, I'm going to remove some of the plastic panels and hide the cables in between the frame of the car and the plastic covers. This is perfect for us because Corvettes come with a T-top, which presents an opportunity for a bridge between the rear view camera as well as the front view camera. For those of you that own Corvettes and are wanting to do this in your specific C3 Corvette, all you have to do is remove a couple of screws in the T-top panels as well as the side portion, which is where I'm going to run the cable to. This will be an excellent time for you to also see if your Corvette has rust and what the level of rust is, as we are going to be looking at the birdcage. I am going to run the cable through the A-pillar on the right side of the car, and this is where you can see the rust of your car. Again, for those of you guys that have 79 Corvettes or C3 Corvettes, this is part of the framing of your birdcage and is an excellent way for you to see how much rust you have on your car. As you are able to see, my car has very minimal rust and just a tiny bit of surface rust. This is completely normal for a car this age, but I'm happy with the results here. I do not drive the car in the rain, so this is not a big issue for me. This is again an excellent way for you to determine the rust of your car, and if you're buying a new car, this is a great way to know if this is a good car for you or it's just trash. Moving back to the installation video, as I mentioned prior, I'm gonna run the cables through the panel and through the birdcage or through the frame of the car, and I'm gonna go ahead and run them through the A-pillar on the passenger side, so that way there's no exposed cables anywhere in this car. And as I've stated in many prior videos, I hate things that look out of stock, meaning that I don't like seeing things that don't belong to the car. So I'm trying to hide these cameras as best as I can because I don't want them to look out of place in a 40-year-old car. The T-tops for this car and the bridge for the T-tops for this car worked perfectly because I was able to run the cable from one side to the other one without having any exposed cables or without running the cables through the side doors, which is a huge advantage for us. If you have any other type of car, you would run this from the A-pillar all the way back through the footwell of your car. Luckily for us, there is a ton of cable that we have here, so it's not a problem for us to go ahead and just run this cable through pretty much the whole car. As for this particular vehicle, I went ahead and unscrewed the light holders that also hold the bridge to the main frame of the car, and I was able to run the car through the top of it. I also noticed that on the back panel, there is a giant gap where I will hide the immense amount of cables that we have, And so this should be a fairly easy job for us. To access this portion, you will have to remove the back panel of your Corvette. Be careful because you may damage it, so just be very gentle. Just pry open a little bit and then you're able to pretty much lock in the cable in between those two gaps that I showed you earlier. I also suggest using zip ties to hold the cables together, and that way they're just not all over the place in this back panel, but I was just very lazy to do this, so I just did it this way. Definitely suggest using zip ties. Once we are done with the back part, we're gonna go ahead and focus on the A pillar. I use some blue tape just to run the cable down so that way it doesn't fall or it doesn't get squished in between the plastic panel and the frame. And this worked perfectly. This will not damage your car in any way, and it'll keep the cable from moving around inside the A pillar. Once you're done installing the plastic panel for your car, you're able to connect the screen and see the camera in all its glory. I definitely suggest that before you screw everything together, connect the camera and test it out to make sure that everything is working properly. And guys, I am thrilled for this. Looking at the screen itself is bright, as I mentioned. I'm gonna go ahead and test it out on the road as well, but this looks absolutely beautiful. The screen gives you a ton of different menus and different options for your car, and I think it's really cool to see this while you're driving. As mentioned previously, this is a 4K 30 frame per second camera. It gives you a ton of different options like dual channel recording, 24-hour smart parking surveillance, super night vision. And per 70's website, this gives you a long lifespan, hit resistant, and most importantly, explosion proof. I honestly don't know how I feel about that, but I'm glad it doesn't explode. Another interesting point about this camera is the fact that it records in 4K, simply because I usually take videos of the Corvette with my iPhone in the backseat, rattling around everywhere. And I think with this camera, this will change because now I can record exactly what the car sees, specifically when I go to car shows or car events or any enthusiast events related to Corvettes. So I'm very excited to test this out in a giant crowd. 70 also has a dedicated app where you can see all your videos and all your recording, as well as everything that's happened to the car while you're asleep or away from the car, which I think is extremely useful. And it actually reminds me of my Tesla's Sentry mode, with the advantage that you can actually move the camera however you want to. I think this is a great aspect for this camera because most cameras don't move or stay still when you're recording. I also quickly want to note that the field of view on this camera is simply absurd. It just looks so beautiful. You can see so much more than what I was expecting. I'm just very happy with this camera. The best part is that both cameras move, not just the front one. You can actually focus the rear camera to the desired position, which I think is a great advantage, specifically if you have other taller cars or even smaller cars than this one. And I just want to quickly point out how the installation ended for this Corvette, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I love that the black and gold sort of match the tan and the brown for this car. It almost looks like the color match exactly the same way. Now, as any other person would, I went ahead and challenged this camera next to my other two cars. One, the Tesla, having the Sentry mode, which is the latest and greatest system that a car offers. And two, the Porsche Macan, that also has an aftermarket system. The first one, even though these cameras all offer similar services and are made for the same exact purpose, which is to protect and keep our assets safe, 70 miles has a few advantages, including the fact that they have a screen that has a ton of options. It also records in 4K, which is amazing, and the field of view is a lot higher than the Porsche, not the Tesla. This is worth pointing out because we are working with an industry standard camera, which is the Tesla, and an aftermarket system that does the same amount of work or even better in the aspects mentioned before. Now, with that being said, let's stop the talk, let's take the car for a ride and see how the camera performs. I just want to quickly say that these cameras look absolutely stunning. They look beautiful. They look sharp. I will definitely be using this for my car events and car shows to make sure that I'm able to capture everything that I see. With that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to 70 miles for providing us with this amazing camera and accessories. I personally believe in high value products, and I personally think that this camera is a must and it deserves my stamp of approval with C3S Garage behind it. Use my discount code C3S Garage down in the link below and feel free to purchase whatever you want from 70 miles. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and thank you 70 miles for providing us with this product. Bye.